Welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Karen.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Shane.
Today we're looking at day 2 of our story called The Skylight Room.
Ooh.
And the vocabulary words are exhausted.
Exhausted.
I'm exhausted from all that exercise.
Don't lie, you don't exercise.
I know you're right.
Comfort.
Comfort.
She was very worried, but her friends comforted her and said everything would be fine.
Aw. Unconscious.
Unconscious.
After he passed out, he was unconscious for several hours.
Promptly.
Promptly.
The train arrived promptly at 9 o'clock.
Physician.
Physician.
If you are feeling ill, consider making an appointment with your physician.
Good advice. Okay, so speaking of getting ill, we know there is Miss Leeson.
That's
and
right.
she's renting this room, and in this room,
skylight room.
she has a skylight where she sees her lover, which
Sees
is
the
a star.
stars.
I don't know what Billy Jackson is to this woman, but anyway, it's a star, and she blows kisses to it at night, right?
Yeah, sometimes I guess.
She
And
does
then
one night.
That's right. But I think that night
Yeah.
something happened because she hasn't had enough money to
Right.
buy food, to pay for the rent, because she doesn't have enough work.
There's not a lot of
So-
work for a typist, so she's basically getting poor and she doesn't have enough money for food. So one day she's lying down,
She feels no energy, that's
and
right.
She,
Blew a kiss to Billy
I
Jackson.
love you, Billy Jackson.
And she was thanking Billy Jackson for being there to
Always
comfort her
being there by her side, kind of.
in her room.
Yeah, okay, it's very interesting. It sounds like she's in love with a star.
And then, but the next morning, she didn't come downstairs.
What?
Yes.
So what happened
I don't know.
to her?
I really don't know.
Does she have a first name or it's just Miss Leeson?
I don't think they mentioned it in the story.
So the star has a first name, but she doesn't.
I'm
anyway.
sure she has a first name. But what do you think happened to her?
I don't know. I'm really curious. So.
Do you think she just kind of passed away?
Maybe she just
Or maybe
she turned into a star too.
Maybe. It's
Who
kind of
knows?
interesting. Okay, let's find out.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
The Skylight Room.
Time soon became hard for Miss Leeson, as she was able to find less and less work. She went from office to office every day, and more often than not, she was told that there was no need for a typist. She began to struggle to afford food and rent. One night when she came home, she was exhausted and weak. She hadn't eaten in quite some time. She lay upon her little bed and, looking up, lifted 2 fingers to her lips to blow a kiss to her Billy Jackson.
Goodbye, Billy.
She whispered weakly. She thanked the star for always being there to comfort her in the darkness. Then she closed her eyes.
Welcome to Live Interactive English Magazine. Today's lesson is called The Skylight Room, Day 2. Hi everyone, my name is Jeff.
And I'm Mike. And the story that we're looking at this month is about a young woman named Miss Leeson. She moved to the big city to work as a typist. And of course, as a young person, she doesn't have a lot of money, so she rented not the nicest apartment, but an affordable apartment that she has enough money for at the top of a building. It's pretty simple, but she has a skylight that she can use to look out at the night sky. And she kind of sort of made friends, you could say, with a star up there that keeps her company.
Billy Jackson.
Billy Jackson. She gave the star the name Billy Jackson, but was telling her friends in the building that it's such a beautiful star at night, it shines like a diamond, and she's really become quite fond of it. It's kind of like her nighttime friend, so there you go.
Yeah, the person is Miss Leeson. The star is named Billy Jackson. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
I know. Anyways, next up we're going to learn some more about Miss Leeson. Remember, she works as a typist, but apparently she's going to run into some rough times coming up. Get this, times soon became hard or rough for Miss Leeson as she was able to find less and less work. And yes, she went from office to office every day, and more often than not, she was told that there was no need for a typist.
Wow, so she actually didn't work in one office. She had to go out and find work. And of course, if there was no work, there was no money. And as we read, she began to struggle to afford food and rent. Yeah, with no income, no money coming in, it's hard to pay for the things that you need, like rent for your apartment and food for your tummy. One night when she came home, she was exhausted and weak. She hadn't eaten in quite some time. Wow, things really are getting a little desperate. She's been walking around the city all day, knocking on doors and going into offices saying, "Do you need a typist? Do you have any work for me?" They didn't. So she's very tired from all of this walking. She's exhausted. And yes, exhausted, the adjective, basically means very, very tired in mind and in body. If you run a long race, you'll be exhausted. If you climb a mountain, you'll be exhausted. If you study all day long, even sitting at a desk, you could also be exhausted, very tired. For example, I'm exhausted from all that exercise. I'm really tired. And if you're walking around all the time, you'll definitely, get tired. And if you're not eating as well, that would definitely be, exhausting. You can also say exhausting. Something is exhausting. You feel exhausted. So I guess she went home.
Yeah, she's so tired, fatigued, exhausted.
And hungry.
Poor Miss Leeson. Anyway, she goes home and then she lay upon her little bed and looking up, lifted 2 fingers to her lips to blow a kiss to her Billy Jackson.
Oh.
And then she says something kind of sad. She says, "Goodbye, Billy." And yes, she whispered this weakly. Mike, is she going to die?
I get the feeling she's on the edge of death. Yes, she's lying on her bed. She's weak. She's saying goodbye to her friendly star up in the sky. And it goes on. We read, she thanked the star for always being there to comfort her in the darkness. Then she closed her eyes.
And died?
And fell asleep?
I hope she didn't die. Yeah, falling asleep would be
okay,
much better than the alternative, i.e. death.
Yeah.
Anyways, before we move on here, let's talk about the verb comfort. Okay, to comfort someone is to soothe that person. If you comfort someone, you take their anxiety away and you make that person feel better and more relaxed. For example, she was very worried, but her friends comforted her and said everything would be fine. Yeah, there. Take it easy. Don't fret. Don't worry. You don't need to worry yourself at all because things are going to work out. Everything is going to be fine. Yes, that's what comforting someone is all about. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break. But don't go away. When we come back, we're going to find out whether or not Miss Leeson is still alive.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。黎森小姐是一位打字员，她用微薄的薪水租下顶楼有天窗的小房间。那她跟其他房客相处融洽，大家每天晚上都会在门廊聊天。而黎森小姐每天睡前，她从天窗看出去，都会看到一颗明亮的星星。她把那颗星星命名为 Billy Jackson。故事接着提到，黎森小姐的生活变得越来越困难，因为她可以找到的工作越来越少。她每天都有去拜访不同办公室，一间又一间，一间又一间，但通常对方都会说不需要打字员了，她就必须很努力才能负担得起食物还有房租。有一天晚上，她回到家的时候，身体疲惫不堪，因为她已经好一阵子没有吃东西了。他就躺在床上望着天空，用仅有的力气对着 Billy Jackson 送了一个飞吻，然后再跟他道别，感谢这颗星星在黑暗之中总是会在那边陪伴他，安慰着他。接着他就闭上眼睛了，希望他是睡着而已，不是发生什么不幸的事。好，这边有2个单字 exhausted 它是形容词，形容疲惫不堪的，精疲力竭的。那么 comfort这边当动词表示安慰或是抚慰，它的意思跟 soothe 很相近 S-O-O-T-H-E。 那这个字它也有安慰、抚慰或是使什么什么平静的意思。接回课文中。
The Skylight Room.
The next morning, when she didn't come down from her room, the tenants forced the door open, only to find her unconscious. They called for an ambulance, which arrived promptly. In a flash, the physician rushed up to the room and carried her down to the ambulance.
All right, folks, let's get right down to business. Is Miss Leeson still alive, or has she died?
Well, we know that she was exhausted, she was weak, she hadn't eaten in days because she didn't have any money, so things are not looking good. Let's
Don't forget,
read on.
she also said goodbye to
And
Billy
that's true.
Jackson.
She was saying goodbye to her favorite star as if she was going to slip away and die. So let's read on. It says, the next morning, when she didn't come down from her room, the tenants forced the door open only to find her unconscious. Well,
Wait.
yeah.
You can be unconscious and alive. She's not necessarily dead.
That's
this is
true.
a good thing.
That's true. She could still be breathing. Her heart still could be beating.
Do you think Billy Jackson beat her with a club or something?
No,
Hit her in the head and rendered her unconscious?
Billy Jackson's a star.
That's right. Not a movie star, a real star.
Millions of miles away. Anyways, let's find out what happened here. It says, yeah, she didn't come down, so the tenants, the other people in her building and her friends, forced the door open, kicked it open, or broke it down or something, and they found her there in the bed, still alive, but unconscious. When you're unconscious, this adjective basically is kind of like getting a hit on the head, so you sort of fall asleep, you pass out. When someone faints, we might say they're unconscious. If they lose a lot of blood, they might be unconscious. Or if they just get a terrible shock or big surprise in their life, they might fall down and be unconscious. They're alive. They're kind of sleeping, but it's not like lying down and, falling asleep. It's a much more sort of traumatic or sudden loss of awareness, basically. For example, after he passed out, he was unconscious for several hours.
Yeah, a person named Billy Jackson, not the star, actually hit the guy with a club, rendering him unconscious.
That Billy Jackson.
Well, not the star. The star is fine.
Okay.
Stars can't bludgeon people.
No.
They can't actually wield bludgeons or clubs or anything like that. But
No.
I digress. Let's go ahead and move on. The next sentence says they called for an ambulance. They did find Miss Leeson there,
These are
unconscious.
her friends, the tenants.
The tenants there, yeah. Not her tenants, her friends who also live in the building, the tenants that she lives with.
Yeah.
Anyways, these people, they called for an ambulance.
Okay, good.
Which arrived promptly.
Excellent.
I.e., it got there very quickly. They didn't waste any time at all. The ambulance got there immediately. By the way, the adverb promptly means immediately, without wasting any time at all. For example, I should say, the train arrived promptly at 9 o'clock. It got there right on time.
All right, so help is on its way, and in a flash, the physician rushed up to the room and carried her down to the ambulance. Sounds like a very professional ambulance crew. An ambulance, of course, is a vehicle that carries sick people to the hospital. And yes, some ambulances will have physicians. Hospitals will certainly have physicians. What is a physician? Basically, it's a medical doctor. It's the kind of doctor you go to see. They might give you pills, tell you to, stay in bed for a few days. Not the kind of doctor who might cut you open and do surgery. That would be a surgeon. But a physician is basically a medical doctor who you will consult if you're not feeling well. For example, if you're feeling ill, consider making an appointment with your physician. You could, of course, also say consider making an appointment with your doctor. They're sort of interchangeable. Anyway, so the physician, the doctor's there, found her unconscious, carried her down to the ambulance. We can assume that she will be delivered promptly to a local hospital.
I hope so. I don't want Miss Leeson to die. Anyways.
That's what happens.
Anyways, folks, with that, it's time for us to take another break. But don't go away. When we come back, we'll see whether or not this physician can resuscitate Miss Leeson.
The tension is killing me.
隔天早上，其他房客发现黎森小姐没有下楼，他们就觉得有异状，于是就破门而入，发现她在床上昏迷不醒。他们有叫救护车，那车子很快就到了。转眼之间，医师马上就冲到房间，把她带下楼，然后上了救护车。好，文中有一个副词片语 in a flash。In a flash， 这表示转眼间或是刹那间。这边还有3个单字 ，conscious， 它是形容词，形容神志清醒的、有知觉的或是意識到的。那我们的单字 unconscious， 则是形容没有意识的或是昏迷不醒的。好，那它的字首 un 这个部分表示不或是无。刚刚麦克老师用到一个片语 pass out。 pass out， 它表示昏倒或是失去知觉。老师还有用到 faint， F-A-I-N-T faint 也可以指昏厥昏倒。好，下一个单字 promptly， 它是副词，表示立即或是迅速地，意思就跟 immediately 差不多。那么 physician 它表示医师，内科医师。我们就顺便学一下外科医师的英文是 surgeon。那么 surgery 则是指外科手术。好，刚刚 Jeff 老师开玩笑说，搞不好真的有 Billy Jackson 这个人，然后他把丽森小姐打晕了。老师用到 bludgeon 这个字 ，B-L-U-D-G-E-O-N bludgeon 这个字它可以当名词或当动词，当名词就是棍棒，当动词就是重击，很用力的打。好，那么老师最后还有用到 resuscitate 这个动词它表示使什么复活，使什么苏醒。那我们赶快回到故事里面，看看那些医务人员是否真的能把丽森小姐给救醒。
The Skylight Room.
In the following day's newspaper, there was some happy news about a woman who had to be brought to the hospital from an apartment building. In a statement, the ambulance physician, Dr. William Jackson, said that she would recover. Billy Jackson, it seemed, truly was her lucky star.
Guys, I get the feeling that Miss Leeson doesn't die.
Well,
I think she survives all of this, and I know this because in the following day's newspaper,
Oh, no.
there was some there was some happy news.
Happy news.
Happy news
Oh, okay.
about a woman who had to be brought to the hospital from an apartment building.
That was Miss Leeson.
I hope so.
Wow, what a coincidence.
The fact that there is good news, or there was good news in this paper, it means that Miss Leeson didn't die. And there's more, folks. There's more. In a statement, the ambulance physician, Dr. William Jackson, said that she would recover. Billy Jackson, it seemed, truly was her lucky star. Wow, what a twist. Dr. William Jackson saved her life, and yeah, William Jackson. He could go by the nickname Billy. So the doctor is Billy Jackson, has the same name as the star. How amazing. Consider my mind blown. So there you have it. There's the twist. The doctor was Billy Jackson. Billy Jackson was watching over Miss Leeson.
Her lucky star.
Amazing.
Yeah, let's look at
I should be more impressed. I'm sorry. I kind of saw that coming.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah, let's look at our what do you think question, which is how do you view the ending of this story in which the physician's name is revealed? Jeff?
It seems to be that this author, O. Henry, always likes to put a twist at the end of his story. But in this particular story, I saw the twist coming a mile away. I just didn't say anything. So, I'm not that impressed, okay? I view the ending as kind of being a letdown.
All right. O. Henry is a great storyteller, but this may be not one of his greatest stories. But still, highly entertaining. We hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed having you guys read along with us. And we'll see you back here very, very soon with much, much more. Until then, bye-bye.
黎森小姐被送医之后，那隔天报纸上有一则令人高兴的消息，是关于某一栋公寓大楼有一名必须被送医的女子。这句应该是在说黎森小姐吧？那在一份声明稿当中，救护车上的医师 William Jackson 说他会康复。William 的昵称就是 Billy， 所以这位医生他刚好也叫做 Billy Jackson， 就跟这颗星星是同名好巧哦。不过啊，这就是欧亨利大师他作品的特色。故事的最后总是会出现一些令人出乎意料的转折。那我们就顺便补充一下，巧合的英文叫做 coincidence， 它是当名词。好了，那么以上是这些讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny。在今天的课程中，我们要介绍3个文法重点。第一个是片语 more often than not， 第二个是 when 做关系副词，第三个是 only to 加上原形动词的用法。首先，我们来学习片语 more often than not， 这表示往往 多半或是经常。这个片语是指有一半以上的机会会发生。例如 More often than not, she forgets to charge her phone. 她经常忘了帮手机充电。接下来我们来学习 when 做关系副词的用法。when 做关系副词，引导子句来修饰或是说明跟时间有关的先行词，表示什么什么的时候，它就相当于介系词加上 which。那么用法有两种，第一种是限定用法，当先行词不明确的时候，要用限定用法 when 的前面不加逗号。when 引导的子句是用来限定先行词的范围，例如I still remember the day when I first saw you. 我还记得第一次见到你的那一天。第二种用法是非限定用法，当先行词明确时是要用非限定用法 when 的前面要加逗号。when 引导的子句是用来补充说明先行词，例如 My favorite season is summer, when the sun shines almost every day. 我最爱的季节是夏天，在这个时候几乎每天都阳光普照。最后我们来学习 only to 加上动词，表示结果却怎么样，不料怎么样。那它的用法是接在主要子句的后面，用来强调结果出乎意料，令人惊讶或是令人失望等等。它的句型是主词加动词逗号 only to 加上原形动词。例如They took a taxi to the restaurant, only to find that it was fully booked. 他们搭计程车去那间餐厅，结果却发现它客满了。以上是今天的重点整理，我们下次见喽 ！See you next time. Bye.
欢迎收看《就爱讲英文》，我是悠悠，
我是季安。
我跟你说，
嗨。
我昨天在网络上订了一双鞋子，可是我今天看到说更漂亮，我更想买那一双，我好想改单，怎么办？
你的意思是 you ordered a pair of shoes online yesterday? You like them then?
Yes.
But since then you have changed your mind.
Yes.
但是的哈 ，change one's mind, change your mind 就是改变某个人的心意哈，你三心两意那里。
不是因为那个 A 看起来很好，但 B 看起来更好。我跟你讲，但是我不确定那个国外的网站它的订单状况是怎么样，你可以帮我看一下吗？
没有问题。我们今天就来看一下这个网购订单相关的用语哈。
首先在购买的时候，你一定要先看清楚你喜欢的东西有没有库存了，你不要看了半天，结果没货对心瓜，
对心瓜。好，那我们看一下有没有库存。有存货有库存就是呢某个东西 in stock。In stock。那没有货了，缺货就是 out of stock。Out of stock。那这两个片语哈 ，in stock 或者是 out of stock，在实体的店面询问哈，或者是在网络上面询问都一样。
哦，都可以哦。
所以你可以说，哎，这双鞋有没有货啊？Is this pair of shoes in stock？Is
this pair of shoes in stock？
这双鞋有没有货？
但是如果下单之后，你要查询那个这个出货的状态。
OK， 出货状态，那就上网看嘛，对不对？有一个地方会有这个什么 status of the order
，status of the order
是什么呢？就是订单的状态哈。status 是一件事情的状态，那 order 呢，这边当名词用就是订单。那如果它已经出货了，我们会用 ship 这个字 ，ship 当名词是船，对不对？
对。
当动词的话就是把货发出去，所以呢 shipped 已经出货。
对，以前的东西就是用船运出去嘛，对不对？
它可以拿，虽然说我们现在网购不是搭船的，
有可能搭飞机，对，
我们还是用 ship 这个字，
对。
好，所以我们就会说，如果你看到已经出货了，那就没有办法更改订单的内容了。也就是说 ，if the order has been shipped, you can't change it.
If the order has been shipped, you can't change it. 那我知道了。还没出货就可以改嘛？
对啊。
就是 if the order hasn't been shipped yet, you can change it.
呀，冰雪聪明呢。
那还用说？要买东西我最会了啦。来看今天的 action。
What?
I ordered a pair of shoes online yesterday. I like them done, but since then I've changed my mind.
Do you mean you want to change your order?
Yes, but I'm not sure how to do so.
Well, check the status of the order first.
And then?
Well, if your order hasn't been shipped yet, you can still change it.
Okay, let me check.
Okay.